Russian special services could have been preparing an assassination attempt against Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko. This was reported by Israeli businessman and public figure Leonid Nevzlin, with reference to his source in Poland. The agent, who was commissioned by the Main Intelligence Directorate of the Russian General Staff to organize it, has surrendered to the Polish security services. Recently, a citizen of Belarus came to the office of one of Poland's security services. He said that he had been recruited by the GRU of the Russian General Staff and taken to that country to meet his handler. He was supposed to fulfill Moscow's assignment not in Poland, but in his native Belarus. This man underwent special training in the GRU camp on the territory of the Russian Federation near Rostov-on-Don, he said. The trip to Poland was needed to create the legend. The agent was to return to Belarus through the western border, creating the appearance of a Polish trace in the events planned by the special services. The most interesting thing is the agent's assignment. He was tasked with organizing an assassination of Lukashenko during the so-called elections in Belarus, which are due to take place in January next year. Having undergone training and having found himself in the West, the agent quite reasonably suspected that the Russians would liquidate him in case of any outcome of the special services assignment. He turned himself into the Poles, who thoroughly checked him out and fully confirmed the information he had been given. There is no moral to this story, because its protagonists and morality exist in parallel realities. Recently, Belarus and Russia have signed an interstate agreement on security guarantees in the Union state. The document was inked by Alexander Lukashenko and Vladimir Putin at the Supreme State Council meeting in Minsk. This agreement will firmly protect the security of Russia and Belarus and create conditions for the further peaceful and sustainable development of our states, Russian President Vladimir Putin said at the Supreme State Council meeting. After the presidents of Russia and Belarus signed security agreements in Minsk, Alexander Lukashenko asked Vladimir Putin about obtaining some of Moscow's cutting-edge Oreshnik missiles. Putin said that the missiles could be deployed in Belarus in the second half of 2025 when the system fully enters service. Oreshnik missiles are capable of carrying kinetic warheads that strike at hypersonic speeds, that is up to Mach 10. Russia has already placed nuclear weapons in Belarus and expanded its nuclear protection to include Belarus as part of their Union State partnership.
Syrian government forces are advancing towards capital Damascus amid advances of insurgent forces and the recent capture of key Aleppo and Hamas cities by rebels. A video footage has been released in Telegram messaging app, showing government forces retreating. The 4th Division withdrew from the vicinity of the town of Asl al-Ward and other areas in Kalamon and headed to Damascus to protect the capital, the Telegram post reads. The videos shared in Telegram show the movement of military equipment and hardware reportedly belonging to Bashar al-Assad's forces. After capturing the 2nd and 4th largest cities in Syria, the country's opposition fraction led by militant group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS, has also captured northern part of Kyiv city. According to Syrian state TV, the rebel forces are 5 kilometers away from Homs, with thousands of people already fleeing from the city. The leader of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, Abu Muhammad al-Jalani, told residents of Homs, "Your time has come." The Syrian rebel launched the largest offensive against government forces last week. Hezbollah chief Naim Qassem said in a televised speech that the militant group will provide financial assistance to families whose homes were destroyed during the recent war with Israel. Seated against the backdrop of a banner reading "Reconstruction Campaign," Qassem, during the address broadcast on Thursday, announced that Hezbollah, with support from Iran, will provide $14,000 to those in Beirut and its southern suburbs, while families outside the capital will receive $12,000. Covering annual rent and compensation for furniture. For partially damaged homes, specialized committees will assess the damages, Qassem said. In his second speech since the ceasefire between Hezbollah and Israel came into effect on November 27, Qasem reiterated that the UN Resolution 1701 is not a new agreement, adding that it stipulates that Israel must withdraw from all Lebanese territories. Resolution 1701 outlines Israeli forces would fully withdraw from southern Lebanon while the Lebanese army and UNIFIL, Hezbollah excluded, would be the exclusive armed presence south of Lebanon's Litani River. The Lebanese state was to have full sovereignty over its south, and up to 15,000 UN peacekeepers would help to maintain calm, return displaced Lebanese and secure the area alongside the Lebanese military. The agreement is limited to the area south of the Litani River and nothing else, Qasem said. He also accused Israel of committing over 60 violations of the ceasefire. Commenting on Syria, Qasem said that Hezbollah will stand alongside Syria to stop the aggression. The aggression against Syria is sponsored by America and Israel, Qasem said. He did not specify whether Hezbollah would send fighters to Syria to join forces with the Syrian army.